Rose, writing the next chapter of K-pop's global legacy. In the grand theater of global music, few voices have the power to both define a generation and break through the static of the industry's constant noise. Rose, the luminous main vocalist of Blackpink, is doing just that, crafting a story that stretches beyond the confines of genre, geography, and expectation. Her latest triumph is not simply a personal victory. It's a decisive moment in K-pop's unfolding conquest of the world stage. With Rosie, her first full-length solo album, Rose hasn't just stepped into the spotlight. She's claimed it, bent it to her will, and refracted it back into something brighter. Released in December 2024, the 12-track project debuted at an unprecedented number 3 on the Billboard 200, marking the highest debut ever for a female K-pop artist. For an industry where most albums fade from the charts within weeks of their promotional peak, Rosie has been an anomaly, a slow-burning fire that refuses to go out. On August 5, 2025, Billboard confirmed that Rosie had re-entered the Billboard 200 at number 168, extending its total to 27 non-consecutive weeks on the chart. This feat surpasses the 26-week record previously held by Blackpink's The Album and New Jeans Get Up, making it the longest charting album by a female K-pop artist in history. It's a statistic that tells a bigger story. Rose is no longer just part of K-pop's biggest girl group. She's now one of the most relevant solo artists on the planet. Yet, the album's staying power is only half the story. The other half is APT, her dazzling collaboration with Bruno Mars, a record that's become both a cultural event and a commercial juggernaut. For 41 consecutive weeks, APT has held its ground on the Billboard Hot 100, extending its reign as the longest charting song by a K-pop artist in the chart's history. Currently sitting at number 45, the single has already peaked at number 3 and remains in the global top tier. Number 7 on the global excl. US chart, number 11 on the global 200. Beyond the numbers, 1.8 billion Spotify streams, 1.8 billion YouTube views, lies the reason APT resonates. It's a flawless fusion of K-pop's emotional precision with the wide-open accessibility of international pop. The production is sleek but warm, the hook's immediate yet timeless. Every element, from its multilingual lyricism to its world-class choreography, has been engineered not for fleeting virality, but for lasting cultural imprint. Industry watchers now speculate that APT could land a nomination for Record of the Year at the 2026 Grammy Awards, one of music's elusive Big Four categories. Should that prediction materialize, Rose would not only mark a personal milestone, but also carve a historic path for Asian artists in categories long dominated by Western names. It would be a seismic moment, not just for her, but for K-pop's long-term legitimacy at the Grammys. Rose's ascent also signals a broader movement within the K-pop industry, the rise of individual artistry beyond the group dynamic. For years, idols were expected to shine brightest only as part of a meticulously synchronized whole. But Rose, like a handful of her trailblazing peers, is proving that solo ventures can amplify, not compete with, the fame of the parent group. Her success hasn't been an accident. The APT collaboration with Bruno Mars was a masterclass in cross-market synergy. Surprise onstage appearances with Coldplay, coupled with an omnipresent multi-platform marketing strategy, have allowed her to connect with audiences across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. It's a calculated pivot, away from the K-pop industry's traditional focus on domestic dominance, toward a direct assault on the very nerve center of global pop. Meanwhile, Blackpink remains unstoppable in its own right. The group is currently in the middle of the European leg of their D-Line World Tour, with a landmark show at London's Wembley Stadium, one of the most prestigious stages in the world, on the horizon. For Rose, these parallel triumphs are not conflicting lanes but complementary arcs. The group fuels her solo magnetism, and her solo glow feeds back into the group's enduring power. As the 2025 award season looms, Rose enters it not as a newcomer hoping to be noticed, but as an artist with both the critical acclaim and commercial weight to set new precedents. Every chart record, every streaming milestone, every stadium filled is another line in a story that is rewriting the possibilities for K-pop on the world map. The narrative is no longer about whether K-pop can compete internationally. That question has been answered. Now, with Rose at the vanguard, the question is, how far can it go? Because when a voice like hers meets the momentum of a global movement, The result is not just music. It's history in real time. And Rose is still writing,